I'd like to tell you about the strangest secret in the project management world. Some years ago, the father of project management, Henry Lawrence Gantt, was being interviewed in New Jersey, and a reporter asked him, "Mr. Gantt, what's wrong with project manager today?" And the great engineer was silent a moment, and then he said, "Project manager, don't think. It's about this that I want to talk with you." We live today in a golden age of project management. This is an era that man has looked forward to, dreamed of, and worked toward for thousands of years. But since it's here, we pretty well take it for granted. We in America are particularly fortunate to live in the richest land that ever existed on the face of the earth, a land of abundant opportunity for everyone. But you know what happens? Well, let's take 100 project managers who start even at a similar project of the same size. Do you have any idea what will happen to those projects by the time they're near completion? These 100 project managers, who all start even with the same projects, believe they're going to be successful. If you ask any one of these project managers if he wanted to be successful, he'd tell you he did. And you'd notice that he was eager toward the project, that there was a boundless excitement, packed with a load of motivation, and the project seemed like a pretty interesting adventure to him. But by the time they are at completion, 9 will complete as planned, 21 will be on time, 70 will be a failure. Now, think a moment. Out of the 100, only 9 make the grade. Why do so many fail? What has happened to the sparkle that was there when they started the project? What's become of the success, the hopes, the plans? And why is there such a large disparity between what these project managers intended to do and what they actually accomplished? When we say about 9% achieve success, we have to define success. And here's the best definition I've ever been able to find. Success is the progressive realization of a planned goal. If a project manager is working toward a predetermined goal and knows where he's going, that project manager is a success. If he's not doing that, he's a failure. Frederick Taylor, the distinguished author, wrote a wonderful book called The Principles of Scientific Management, and in this book he says, only 30% of large-scale projects succeed. And this success rate has remained unchanged for a generation. In America right now, for every $1 billion invested in the United States, $122 million is wasted due to lacking project performance. The reason for failure in project management is not the incompetent project manager. It is conformity. And there you have the trouble today, it's conformity, the project manager acting like everyone else without knowing why, without knowing where they're going. Now, think of it. Team lists down all intended activities at project start, starts working on the project, and believed they are making progress. And yet, by the time of completion, 70% of project managers failed. Why? They conform. Project managers do not challenge the status quo. And the trouble is that they are acting like the wrong percentage group, the 70 who don't succeed. Now, why do these people conform? Well, they really don't know. These project managers believe that their project is shaped by circumstances, by things that happen to the project, by exterior forces. With no shortage of tools, techniques, and processes available in the modern world, the failure rate is surprising. And his is rampant in the project management world. So, what should a project manager do to be successful? I'll tell you what a successful project manager does. A successful project manager is one who proactively moves from the get-go to mapping out what needs to be done, why, and when. Project managers need to use effective techniques to see each task, key touchpoints, and any potential problems that could derail the overall project. Why do project managers with simple processes and goals succeed in life and project manager without them fail? Well, let me tell you something which, if you really understand it, will alter your project fate immediately. If you understand completely what I'm going to tell you, from this moment onwards, your project will never fail. You will suddenly find that good luck just seems to be attracted to you. The things you want just seem to fall in line. And from now on, you won't have the difficulties in solving problems, the worries, the gnawing lump of anxiety that perhaps you've experienced before. The doubt, fear, well, these will be things of the past. Here's the key to success, and the key to failure as well. Project managers should think and implement the simple process consistently. This is the strangest secret to project success. Now let me say that again. Project managers should think and implement simple processes. Throughout all history, the great wise men and managers, professionals and leaders have disagreed with one another on many different things. It's only on this one point that they are in complete and unanimous agreement. This is one of the greatest laws in the project management universe. Fervently, I wish I had discovered it as a very young project professional. It dawned upon me much later in my project management career, and I found it to be one of the greatest, if not my greatest, discovery outside of my relationship with God. The great law, briefly and simply stated, is that if you think in complex terms, you will find it difficult to achieve positive results. If you think in simple terms, you will gain concrete results. That is a simple fact, which is the basis of an astonishing law of project management success. In 3 words, keep it simple.